Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Revealing the Narc, and on this channel we dive deep into the intriguing world of narcissism. I'll often use public figures as examples to illustrate how these behaviors can manifest in real life. If this content is interesting to you, please like and subscribe, and I should mention everything I say in this video is my opinion, and any speculations or anything I come up with, these are all allegedly. So let's get into today's video. This article was published this morning, I believe, and the title is Late Queen's Unprecedented Offer to Meghan Markle to Make Her Happy in the Royal Family. Let's see what she did. We know she did a lot, but let's see in specifically what this article is talking about. Meghan Markle spent a short amount of time with the late Queen Elizabeth II before the Duke and Duchess of Sussex quit the royal family. However, the monarch made time to have some important chats with her grandson's wife. When the late Queen Elizabeth II first met her grandson's new girlfriend, she knew Meghan Markle was someone very special. A successful actress and charity campaigner years before she slid into Prince Harry's DMs, insiders also say the late monarch was well aware of how Meghan's presence could benefit the royal family. Wow, that's interesting to say that she slipped into Prince Harry's DMs. I didn't know that that's what happened. I thought of all the many stories that there are out there, I thought he was the one that saw her picture or the video, the Snapchat with the Snapchat filter of her as a dog. I don't know. Well, here we go. It's another story. Another day, another story of how they met. And according to Princess Diana's former butler, Paul Burrell, she even decided to make an unprecedented offer to Meghan in a bid to ensure she would live a happy life within the firm. Speaking to Mirror US, he said, "The Queen was very gracious and very kind to Meghan. She even said to Meghan, 'You can continue acting if you like, continue your career.'" So this is something important to say, that when a narcissist allegedly presents themselves, they really talk up what they're doing. They are really passionate about what they're doing. They are the greatest people ever. And I personally have experience with this because my ex-husband, when I met him, he would talk up his occupation. He is just the best at it. He loves doing it. But it was a facade. It wasn't real. He wanted to give this impression, this persona of someone that is incredibly successful at what he does. He's greatly talented for it. But once you see behind the mask, none of that was true. It was all a facade. And I have a feeling that Meghan Markle presented herself as an actress and humanitarian, someone that's done amazing things, and that was a facade. Let's continue. However, Meghan decided not to take her grandmother-in-law up on the offer, instead focusing on her duties as a working royal. She spoke about the decision during her engagement interview, explaining, "I don't see it as giving anything up. I just see it as a change." Well, I believe that it wasn't the change that she expected it to be. I think she expected to be served on hand and foot. I think she expected to be living in these beautiful palaces, and that it would only be the glorious events that she would attend. One evidence of this is that there's a couple of articles and a couple of news things that we've seen where Meghan Markle would say, "Oh, and I cook for myself. There's no one there cooking for us." That is so... I don't know, like, you've lost touch with regular people, because most people cook their own food, and to come out and say that and be proud of it is almost saying, like, her expectation is that people would be cooking for her, but they're not. I'm doing this myself. That's how selfless I am. That's how I'm connected to the regular people. It just sounds really, really false to me. The article continues. She went on to add, "It's a new chapter, and also keep in mind I've been working on my show," notice, on my show, for 7 years. So we're very, very fortunate to be able to have that sort of longevity on a series. And for me, once we hit the 100 episode marker, I thought, you know what? I have ticked this box, and I feel really proud of the work I've done here, and now it's time to, as Harry said, work as a team with him. In my opinion, Meghan is not a team player. You actually see that in this paragraph. She says, I've been working on my show. On my show. It's not a team effort, it's her show. So when she says she wants to work with Harry as a team, I don't think that's true. And there's a lot of interviews she's done where when she does talk about working as a team, or other people mention, like when they had the Fab Four interview and they mentioned working as a team, you should see her face. She looks disgusted. She looks uninterested. It's not what she intended to happen. And actually, in that Fab Four interview, there were times that she mentioned about how Harry and I are going to do this, Harry and I are going to do that. So she was already moving away from that teamwork environment. And this was before their wedding. That Fab Four interview was a couple of months before their wedding. So in no way do I believe that Meghan intended to work as a team. She is meant to be the star of her own show. That's how she works. You can look at everything that she's done since she became ultra or uber famous after marrying Prince Harry or starting to date Prince Harry. And you guys tell me, do you think that? Do you think she's a team player, or she could be a team player? I'm wondering if my assumption is something that other people share. Okay, let's continue. And Meghan certainly made an impression during her short time in the royal gig. A few months after the royal wedding, her first royal patronages were announced, and each of them focused on an area she'd already expressed passion for. The first two, the National Theatre and the Association of Commonwealth Universities, were handed to her by the Queen herself. She also picked two charities which represented her strong feminist views and her love for animals, SmartWorks and Mayhew. So you see how accommodating the Queen was to her? She gave her responsibilities that she thought Meghan, and not that she thought Meghan had passion for, Meghan had expressed passion for these things. She didn't assume Meghan would be interested in this. That's a lovely gesture. What a lovely gesture. The article continues. Paul Burrell believes it was comments like the one the late Queen made to Meghan that proved how much she wanted them as working members of the family. He says, it's mind-boggling the amount of goodwill which Meghan and Harry have thrown away. I think that's why it came as a particular blow to the Queen when Harry left the royal family, because she didn't want him to. She wanted him to stay, and she tried her hardest to persuade them to stay. I believe this wholeheartedly. There are other things I've read, and it wasn't just the Queen, but Prince Philip, King Charles. Off the top of my head, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank and I can't remember what I've read about it, but they didn't want Harry to leave. They wanted Harry to stay. They did their best to make Meghan happy, and we saw how she reacted to people trying to make her happy. It actually is quite upsetting. I think after reading this article and talking through it, I'm going to make a video right after this one that's about why narcissists treat people so badly when they're doing the best to make them happy. So that's coming next. Watch out for that, or stay tuned for that. And I wonder your opinions. What do you think about all of this? If this content is interesting to you, please like and subscribe. And I can't wait to talk to you all in the next video. Goodbye.